And just like that, the chances, the dreams, the fantasies, the fairy tales, everything we talked about Real Madrid finally winning a treble are over. Now, I'm not delusional. I never ever expected this to be the year that we got the treble. I think it's absolutely insane that anyone could even consider that, considering we do not have a world-class forward and we are lacking in a few areas. Maybe the depth actually isn't that bad, but we are missing a forward. We don't necessarily have the greatest left back. We're struggling in a few areas. I still think we're having a fantastic season overall, but to even say that there was a chance of us winning the treble this year was a joke. I had a feeling that the first competition that would disprove this whole we're going to win the treble thing was the Copa del Rey, as it always is. I mean, it only took us 9 years to win it the first time. Or not the first time, but it took us 9 years since the last time we won it to win it again. I'm kind of glad it's over because I knew it wasn't going to happen anyways. It's better that it's done now and we can save some juice in our bodies and just as a squad for more important games like in La Liga. Now, if you would have asked me at the beginning of the season, do I think we're going to win La Liga this year? Truthfully, the answer was no. I'm still not 100% sure. Girona are competing. Atletico Madrid seems to be in good form. I don't know. I think maybe we can pull it off now, but I'm a little bit more confident than I was at the beginning of the season. But all in all, yes, we've had some fantastic performances. We've been really solid, but it starts to reach a point where the luck that we had, and I'm not saying we won all those games because of luck, right? But we did get lucky quite a few times. Your luck starts to run out. The Jude Bellingham goals, I said before, are eventually going to run out. It's not over, but they're not going to be as often. So now that us Real Madrid fans are grounded again, we're back to reality. We've been pulled back down from the clouds. We can now look at things from a logical viewpoint, stop looking at it emotionally and being like, oh my God, we're going to win the treble. This year's the year. No, this year was never the year. So this is following the Copa del Rey game against Atletico Madrid at the Wanda, and they deserve the win. There's nothing more I could say besides the fact that Atletico Madrid deserved to win that game. It was at their home field, in front of their fans. We had just spanked them a week or two ago, and we just won the Spanish Super Cup. They wanted their revenge, and they got it. They deserved to win it. I will say this, and not to sound like I'm smoking copium or I'm just trying to, make excuses. We are exhausted. You could literally see it. People like Fede, who normally don't stop running, could not move. Camavinga looked exhausted. It's just, I feel like on a more individual level, there was a lot of bad performances. I'm really struggling to speak today. A lot of bad performances on an individual level. Maybe not so much as a team. I still think we played decent, but defensively we were a shambles. And I'll get more into that later. So now that we've discussed the treble dreams being over and how tired the squad was, which I'll get back to in a little bit, another talking point I have is the whole Vini and getting booked for dissent. Say what you want about referees and them giving yellow cards for players arguing. I personally don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's really dumb because there's a little bit too much power in the referee's hands at the pro level, I believe. And you should be able to sound your case, sound your story. And I don't even know what happened. I think it was a ball boy throwing a ball at one of the players. Who knows? Who cares? The point is, you're in the Copa del Rey. It's the knockout stages. What reason do you have to just yell at the ref until you get booked? Especially, there's no worse team to get booked against than Atletico Madrid. Let me get that out there. You get booked against Atletico Madrid, every single time they get the ball, they're dribbling at you, and they're just going to go down, and act like you just smacked them in the face, kicked them in the throat, punched them in the ribs. They're going to do whatever they can to get you sent off. Vini was playing like he's walking on eggshells for the rest of the game because he knows one small blip, one small mistake, one small slip up, he's gone. He's off the game. Real Madrid's down to 10 men, and it makes our life so much harder. If you look at Griezmann's goal, where from a near post angle where he has no right to score, he smashes it to the other side corner. Vini, had he not gotten a yellow for arguing and crying and dissent to the referee, could have made a tactical foul just outside the box, and we wouldn't have scored that. But no, we spend so much time picking up senseless fouls for no reason, getting yellow cards, not senseless fouls, senseless dissent. It's just why. I would rather every single player on the Madrid squad get a yellow card for a tactical foul than for one or two guys to get it for dissent. It's just so dumb. At least let there be a benefit to the yellow card. Stop a counterattack. Stop something. Slow the game down. Do what you gotta do. But we know Atletico. We know what they are. They're gonna waste time. They're gonna intentionally try to piss you off. They're gonna dive. They're gonna flop. They're gonna try to get you sent off. They're gonna get in your head. They're gonna piss you off. 90% of the game was Vini arguing with another player. The second half, he didn't really do much. Extra time, he did nothing. He lost the ball every time he got it. So, obviously, we're still the best club in the world, right? Let's not forget that. But imagine if Vini just keeps his mouth shut. I understand the frustration of opposition fans. He can be provocative. He can be antagonizing. But if you're going to dish it out, dude, you have to be able to take it back. And it's just ridiculous because he can't take it back. Last season, how many cards did he get for dissent? 9? Unreal. Unfathomable. He's a fantastic player. He's done so much for us. He scored the winning goal in the Champions League final. But that doesn't change the fact that we could get more out of him if he would have just shut up and just stop arguing. Before I explode, let's move on to the next part. This whole scheduling of these tournaments in Spain seems very strange to me. You have an intense La Liga schedule, obviously, as always. And then smack dab in the middle, you've got Spanish Super Cup and then Copa del Rey. Not to mention, the Spanish Super Cup is in another country, in Saudi Arabia. It's in the Middle East. I just want to understand. I understand everything. The reason's money. I understand they want more money. They want to generate more income. They want to generate more revenue. They want to build the fan bases outside of Spain and outside of Europe. I get it. But how can we be expected to absolutely thrash Atletico Madrid last week and then absolutely thrash Barcelona in a final? Keep in mind, both games are in a different country. And then be expected to play Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey. Of course we're going to be tired. Now, I don't know if we would have won the game had we not been tired. I don't know. I truly don't know. Atletico Madrid played really well. But you've got to ask yourself the question, what happens if this Atletico Madrid game in the Copa del Rey is 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now? I'd say the odds are much, much higher for us to go through. I don't want to blame Spanish scheduling, but at the same time, if you just watch the game, you could see how tired the players are. I don't get it, but what can you do? Back to poor performances on an individual level. They're human. I'm not really upset. I don't know any of these guys personally. There's nothing I could do about it. But they're tired. They have to be tired. It'd be honestly insane if they weren't tired. These people are not walking balls of energy. They can't run nonstop. Unless your name is Fede Valverde. But even he today, he looked exhausted. He got taken off. He even looked tired in the final, in the Spanish Super Cup. So the poor performances obviously come down to fatigue. Maybe a little bit of just being tired against playing Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid is not an easy team to play against. They, this year, and honestly for the last few years, have been more difficult of an opposition to play against than Barcelona, in my opinion. Yes, Barca has beaten us sometimes, but Atletico Madrid always makes it hard. Whether you beat them, whether you draw, whether you lose, it's always a difficult game. Like when we've beaten Barca in the recent past, a few of the games, we've just creamed them. We've just destroyed them. And when they've beaten us, they've just destroyed us sometimes. Against Atletico, whether you win, draw, or lose, it's a hard game. You're walking off the field with battle scars. You're not the same person you were before the game. Something is off. Whether you've got an injury or a scratch or a bruise or a scar or whatever, it's just they make it hell, to be honest. They're not an easy team to play against, and I think everyone knows that. There's a reason they've been to more Champions League finals than Barca has in the last 10 years. There's a reason for that. Now, we're going to discuss a little bit more of what Atletico Madrid is. The chaos that is Diego Simeone. This guy, you can't stay a coach of a top European club for as long as he has without being a little bit crazy. Like, you see him the whole game, he's just like, yeah, to the fans, just trying to get them hype up. Now, you could say what you want about his methods and how he gets his team to perform. I'm a little bit of a passion merchant myself. I would love to see any team that I'm involved in just go crazy. Like, we get the energy up. It's awesome, right? It's good. But it's also like we all know it as the Simeone ball. Park the bus, foul, waste time, tactical fouls, talk trash, get in their heads, blah, 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 piss off the opposition. I'm not discrediting that. Do what you got to do. If that's what's worked for your club, and it clearly has over the last decade, by all means, do it. I get it, man. I'm not against it. I'm not going to sit here and tell Simeone to stop doing what he does when we won the Champions League the way we did in 2022. We just defended, countered, got a little bit lucky. I'm not saying it was completely luck before you City fans and whoever get all crazy and Liverpool fans. No, it wasn't all luck, but we weren't the best team in a lot of those games. But it doesn't matter as long as you win the game. So do what works for you. We all know by now, Simeone is the Black Air Forces of coaches. Like, of all coaches in the world, if every single coach was a shoe, Diego Simeone would be Black Air Forces, without a doubt. He's been decked out in all black drip since day one, since the first time I've seen this man. And that's just the type of guy he is, right? He's Black Air Forces, ski mask, crowbar, he's the whole shebang. And this dude will probably be that for the rest of his career. We can't hate, we can only admire what he does with this Atletico Madrid team, who, to be fair, like, they don't have the spending power we or Barcelona have. They don't have the fan base that we or Barcelona have. They don't have a lot of what we have. They don't have the resources like we do. Yet they still compete, and they still make it hell for us, and they still make it hard, and they've won titles. They've won the Spanish Super Cup. They've won Copa del Rey. They've won La Liga. They've reached 2 Champions League finals. They've done it all. They've done a lot. So I'm not going to sit here and hate. That'd be absolutely foolish to do. No, so, Mufi, I know you're watching this, and I know the Joselu debate continues. I, for one, I'm a huge Joselu fan. There was a few games where he'd miss like 9, 10 chances, even in just one half. I get it. He's misfiring. But we all knew going into this that Joselu is not Benzema. We all knew that Joselu is not Kane. We all knew that Joselu is not Lewandowski. Well, he's honestly probably better than Lewandowski this year. But it was to be expected. He wasn't going to score 30, 40, 50 goals this year. But as we see, as the average La Liga and Real Madrid viewer knows, anytime you play a team that's not Barcelona, they're going to park the bus against you in La Liga. That's just how it works when you're Real Madrid. And he is a fantastic option to bring in for the last 20, 25, maybe even 30 minutes when teams are just parking the bus and you just get this long telephone pole of a human being, put him in the box and just deliver crosses, smash crosses onto his head. And it worked today. We equalized the game that way. But we weren't able to nullify their counterattacks and we lost the game. It happens. Once again, I'll say it 1,000 times, Atletico Madrid deserved that win today. They were very, very good. They wanted it more. As corny as that sounds, they had the energy and they bought it to us. They bought the fight to us and they won. So we can't hate. So Mufi, Joselu for Ballon d'Or 2024. Actually, he'll finish second. Messi's going to win it. Messi's going to get first for 3 goals and a cheeseburger combo for McDonald's in Miami. Besides that, the very last talking point I have for today, because I've already been going for about 13 minutes and I don't want this episode to be that long. What does the rest of the season look like now? I'm interested in what you guys think as the viewer. I think we still have a tough schedule ahead of us. We have to play Atletico again very soon, and we still have to play against Barcelona at the Bernabeu. I think both those games are at the Bernabeu, which is good. It's a huge advantage. I'm just worried that this congested schedule is going to continue to toy with us a little bit. And Girona are still on our tail. I know they just recently dropped points, but they're giving us a challenge. And I still think, I don't remember off the top of my head how big this gap is between them or Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. But if Atletico keeps playing like this, there's no reason why they can't catch up. Let's be realistic here. So I'm interested in what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? What does the rest of the season look like? Do we crash out of the Champions League as well? Do we win La Liga? Do we lose La Liga? My prediction before the season started was we weren't going to win anything. I know. I'm the most pessimistic Real Madrid fan you'll ever meet. But we've already won the Spanish Super Cup. We're now out of the Copa del Rey. My prediction, you can L me all you want in the comments. Do what you got to do. My prediction is we win La Liga very narrowly and we get knocked out of the Champions League in the semifinal. That's my prediction. I don't know to who, but we'll see. So, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you'd like to be a part of this community. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And please leave your opinion in the comments. Even if it's not about Real Madrid, maybe it's just about how the podcast is being ran. I'd love the criticism. Do it however you want. Thank you so much. And until next time, I'll see you guys.